When the consultant shared with me the diagnosis, he said, "I believe you play golf," and I said, "I do." And he said, "Well, how do you feel about where we are?" I said, "Well, put it this way, it's probably 2 down with 5 to play, but I'll do my best to win." And that's really the idea.
Paul, congratulations, a successful season in 2024. We see the trophy there that you've got. Just how much does it mean to you to finally get your hands on that Order of Merit trophy?
It means a huge amount. In the last 5 years, 6 years, I've been second 4 times and third once. And this year, amazingly, with all the other challenges, I've managed to win. Nobody is more surprised than I am. So I think the golfing gods were just a wee bit kind to me and suggested that because I've turned up a lot, it was my turn. So chuffed a bit.
You mentioned challenges there. You were diagnosed in 23 with prostate cancer.
Yep.
And you've been having ongoing treatment this year, so it makes this achievement all the more remarkable. How were you able to deal with getting the radiotherapy and all the treatment and still continue to play a high level of golf?
It was a wee bit of a journey of discovery, to say the least. Started the year training for the marathon, fell, broke my hand, broke the scaphoid bone in my hand, which meant I was in plaster for about 9 weeks. Couldn't train for the marathon, couldn't hit a golf ball. So when I finally did get back to hitting golf balls, my left hand was 25% weaker than my right. So there was a lot of trying to get fit and strong again, and then I broke my knee halfway through the season at the British. So yeah, it's been challenging on the physical front. Again, just doing my best to stick to my process again and again and again, and to manage to win one of the tournaments in south of Scotland and do okay in some of the other events. Just kept turning up. That's all I could do.
We often talk about golf being a sport that's good for your health and well-being, but have you particularly found that this year, that it's provided a focus for you to kind of almost block out what else has been going on in your life and you can focus on the golf, or even combine the two?
The challenges of having a broken knee, broken hand, kind of allowed me to just say, well, I just have to get on with it. If I don't want to get on with it, stop, and we can do something else. But in my studio, where I work lifting weights and that kind of thing, I've got a bit of paper up on the wall that says, you either want it or you don't. If you don't want it, don't do it. So that's my ethos.
When you received your Order of Merit trophy, you were talked about as being an inspiration because of all the things that you've conquered this year. Do you feel that? Do you feel as if somebody in your position who's talked openly about having cancer and dealing with it can actually be a positive thing for other people who are maybe not yet been checked for it, or who are going through the same thing that you've gone through?
Absolutely. I'm actually quite a private man. I kind of just do my best to keep myself to myself. However, when I was diagnosed, I made a choice to run the London Marathon to raise the awareness of prostate cancer and early diagnosis amongst the golfing community and the wider community. But the most important thing was raising some money as well. The idea being that we're all in this together, and if in some small way I can help to raise the alarm and do what I can to help all the other guys, 50 years of age upwards, to go and get checked, then we'll get through this together and get out the other side. And I've had a couple of people that have spoken to me to say that they have gone and got checked. A few of them are okay, but unfortunately there's one or two who are now going through their treatment. So it's been a focus, and it continues to be a focus. It's important to try, and whether we're golfers or just men together, we try and get everybody down the road.
Talk about golf being a community. Have you found that being around your golfing pals this year has helped you in some of the more difficult periods as well?
Yeah, there's been a few of the guys in the senior circuit that have had prostate cancer before and have had either the operation or have been through what I've been through, and in quiet moments, in quiet corners of clubhouses up and down the country when we're away playing the tournaments, having a wee chat with people that have been there before, and also other people who haven't, but they come across and say their brother's been through it. Yeah, it's been an absolute huge amount of support for me. So many messages on social media. It's been great. It's been great. Don't get me wrong. I wish I didn't have it, but we're going to get out the other side. When the consultant shared with me the diagnosis, he said, "I believe you play golf," and I said, "I do." And he said, "Well, you know, how do you feel about where we are?" I said, "Well, put it this way, it's probably 2 down with 5 to play, but I'll do my best to win." And that's really the idea. It's not an easy thing, having the prostate cancer and the treatment thereof. But the treatment works, certainly in my situation. But I've put on a bit of weight, and which I don't really like. I get some hot flushes, but that is what it is. I'm doing this to get out the other side, and get back to playing as much golf and be as strong as I can again.
Played some good golf in 2024, but it's onwards and upwards for 25. What are your ambitions for the new year?
To try and keep going through my process. If I can keep going through my process, that's the best I can do. Continue to get strong. That is a focus. I'm not a terribly good golfer, but I get the best out of what I've got because I do my best to turn up as much as I can. Every Christmas, New Year time, I have a wee reflection on what I've done in the previous year, but I always write down what I'm going to try and do in the next year. And in that, I'll write quietly, privately, my targets for next year. I don't get every one of them, but certainly winning this it's a dream come true, because last year it was just a complete pipe dream, having been diagnosed and knowing what was ahead of me. So, as I say, there's a lot of luck in golf. A lot of luck in golf.